It was the dead of winter, famine year. Mom pulled the cotton out of a dead man's coat and sewed one for me and my brother, both in tears. Mom never played favorites, but this time she gave me the softer one. Your sister's frail. She needs to stay warm to make it through winter. My brother just stood there in the shadow of the oil lamp, saying nothing. He never fought me for anything, until that night after Mom fell asleep. He stood by the drafty bed and whispered, "Can you give that coat to me?" I didn't want to, but I let him take it anyway. Later, my brother froze to death wearing that coat, on the warmest night of that winter. He was curled up in the corner of the woodshed, stiff as a rock. Mom rushed over like she'd lost her mind, hands shaking as she cut the coat open. Clumps of cotton flew all over the yard in the cold wind. She held his body and cried until she almost passed out. "Why did you put on your sister's coat? That coat, it kills people!" I stood there in the swirling cotton, my whole body went cold. She buried my brother next to Dad and our little brother. "Baby, don't blame me for not protecting the last son of this family. Remember, your life was given to you by your brother. Live well for him." That same day, Mom dug out every last bit of food we had left and wrote a single line on the wall in blood. "Not enough food for two. If I die, you can live." When I looked up, Mom had already hanged herself from the rafters. I held her body and sobbed until I blacked out. The bone-deep cold crawled through every crack in my body. When I opened my eyes again, there was no musty smell of that old coat. Just the familiar scent of gardenias, sunlight streaming through the curtains onto a soft couch. Outside, I heard Mom's familiar voice scolding the servants. "The Chung family has money, especially for food. Leftover meat from last night? Throw it out. Stop saving every little thing." "Mom, you're throwing out the meat? Absolutely not." That's life right there. I haven't seen meat like that in 2 lifetimes. "Mom, what are you doing? That's meat! You can't just toss it!" Back during the famine, I didn't dare take an extra sip of rice water. Seeing that glossy braised pork in the bowl, I was drooling instantly. I grabbed that piece of meat and bit into it hard. It was a taste I hadn't had in 2 lifetimes. Mom was startled by what she saw. She rushed over and snatched the meat out of my hand. "Shuli, what's wrong with you? That was for the dogs and it's overnight meat." I spit it out, eyes full of tears. I grabbed Mom's wrist and held on tight. The second I felt her warmth, I finally believed. Mom was alive. And so was I. I looked her dead in the eyes and said slowly, "Mom, listen to me. In 1 month, there's going to be a blizzard. It'll snow for 3 straight months. Every road and mountain will be buried. Villagers will freeze and starve to death. Rice will be worth more than gold. No amount of money will save us." Everyone in the courtyard was staring at me like I'd lost it. The young miss must have had a nightmare. She's standing here rambling with her eyes wide open. You don't believe me now, but by the time the snow falls, it'll be too late. Mom's expression changed. She quickly sent everyone away and pulled me inside. If what Shuli says is true, the whole Chung family is in serious danger. "Shuli, is everything you said actually real?" "Yes, Mom, every single word." I sat on the edge of the bed and laid out every tragedy from my past life, one by one. After the blizzard comes 3 full years of famine. Starving, desperate people everywhere. Uncle will lead a mob to ransack our home, not a single grain left behind. He'll kill our baby brother right in front of Dad. Then lock our whole family in the woodshed to starve. And that guy everyone's counting on, the future top scholar, he's a total fraud, a fake through and through. He never respected me as a merchant's daughter. All he ever wanted was the Chung family's money. During the famine, he sold me to a slave trader for 3 buns, just to buy food for the mistress he was hiding on the side. Dad was standing outside the door, trembling with rage. "That zoo boy did that to you?"